right, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is Friday. It's the Friday night giveaway, man. Look, we've been blessed with so much work. I can't even stand in the shop. You see all the bikes in there, man?
That's a lot.
Man, that's a blessing, ain't it?
It is. It is.
I can't fit a peanut in there right there. I got my man Batman here, man. He's representing Batman. He's representing the Army. We did his bike for him a couple months ago or something.
About 6 months ago.
Hey, he bought me a gold wing. I don't usually do gold wings. But hey, an Army veteran come by, need a favor. We decide. I didn't say I couldn't do them. I didn't say I don't like to do them. Hey, we did his bike. He went out of time. First, what you think about the bike?
I love the bike. It's great for us older veterans who don't like to hold up the heavy bikes. So if I tell all my old veterans out there, if you got those little two-wheel Harleys, that heavy bike, get you some type of trike.
That's
Whether
right.
it's a slingshot or a trike, get you 3 wheels. You're going to love it.
Yeah, cut the lights on. I'll see it. Shit, well, give me a little something, something. So as you can see, we lit Batman up for him real good. Come on around here so we can keep talking. And we took care of him. He took it straight out to a show, and
I love it.
everybody at the show loved it. He's got friends in Atlanta. Hey, they're gonna be looking up our Atlanta distributor. So if you're in Atlanta, your distributor. Hey, Twisted, y'all get ready. We're about to send y'all some more motorcycles and trikes. But another reason why I have my man on today is he's got a very unique job that he picked up when he got out of the military. Something that a lot of our veterans need. So I wanted to bring him on the show for all my fellow veterans. Tell them real quick what you got.
Hey, all my veterans out there, my name again is Remington Walker. My biker name is Batman. And what I do for the VA and I do for veterans is I help you get your disabilities. All of my fellow veterans out there, if you're not 100%, you need to come and see me, okay? You should be 100% permanent total or 100%. Come and see me. I'm going to leave a number with Vern. I'm going to leave my card. So if you can't get to me, get to Vern. He'll give you my card and he'll give you my number. And you can find me. I'm right here in San Antonio. Okay?
So that's right. Hey, he's going to leave a number. Doesn't matter which state you're in. Can people from other states call you?
People from other states can call me. Doesn't matter.
All right.
Wherever they are. That's DAV. We're national. We can do anybody.
Okay.
We can do anybody claims anywhere.
So not only if you're in the San Antonio area, wherever you are, if you're a veteran, and we understand it can be a pretty painstaking process when you're trying to get your disability right. There's a lot of us that got out when I got out, where they weren't. There was no financial compensation, so going through and making sure all your records were correct wasn't a priority. You got out without having a lot of things done, which makes the process harder for you right now. So if you talk to my man right here, he's going to help you get that done. It doesn't matter when you got out, which war you fought in, whatever your conditions is. He's going to take the time, sit with you, get your record straight, make sure everything is processed. And hopefully we get some veterans to come on so they contact them and they got their 100%. I can borrow a couple dollars from you after that. Hey, I want to thank you for coming on, man.
All right, thank you.
And showing your bike off. And,
all right.
Hey, I just need one veteran to benefit from this. Just one veteran call, say you need some help with your disability. We're going to shoot it to you. You're going to be good.
That's it.
All right, so everybody out there, we about to go inside. Hey, I would show you the inside of the shop, but it is packed, so I had to stand outside. Hey, to everybody whose bikes is here, we got y'all. Next week, we got some big announcements, too. I'll see y'all inside. Let's get to it. You take care, my man.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Like Tonight Design Center. It's 2025. We're ready to drop a dynamic new product, man. And this one, I'm sure you're going to love. When we dropped our Slingshot hood letters, they took off like wildfire. So we decided that we would reduce the size of the letters and make it so it'll fit on the fin. Take a look at this right here. Hey, what's up, Ted? They're saying our YouTube isn't active. So there's people trying to tune in on YouTube. You want to let them know what's up. Either come over on Facebook To everybody else out there, let me get my shout outs out here. Let's pay the bills. What's up, Robin? What's up, Norm? What's up, Kathy? What's up, Pearl? What's up, Snow? What's up, everybody out there? We got a couple items that's gonna be on sale. I got item 7B. That's an underbody kit. If you're thinking about getting lights, you always start with the underbody. So hey, we're gonna put the underbody on kit on sale for $2.99. That's right. You can get that light kit for $2.99. That's gonna save you about $60, $70. You can go on the site right now. That's item 7B for 1 hour. We also got our Clear Chase Real Deluxe kit. That's the roll bars, the center fin going down the back. That's on sale right now for $2.99 also. You can save another $70, $80 on that kit also. Now, if you watched the show last week, Norm, are you on here? Click the link, Norm. If you're on here real quick, Norm, I didn't forget you. Click the link. I said you had to come on. Is Norm on here? Yeah. We're going to give Norm a few minutes to click the link. He wanted an item to be on sale. I said I would put it on sale for a short amount of time because it is a major selling item. So, no, I don't know if I'm going to have this on sale for an hour, but in order for you to know what it is, hey, Norm has to come on here and tell y'all what it is. So, all right, but it's already on the page. What's up, Maxwell? How you doing? We got a very, very special guest coming on today. Before I bring her on, I want to make sure everybody understands. I don't mind having people come on here and voice their opinions. I understand now when I watch shows late at night and it tells you they sell products and say we don't endorse this product. I'm gonna have a young lady come on. Her opinion is her opinion. Doesn't necessarily mean that I share the same opinion. She's already been explained that when you come on, hey, I'm gonna argue both sides of the coin. I want everybody to be polite. You can click the link. You can be in the comments. You can state your comments. You can say whatever you want. You got friends that are interested in this, call them now, tell them, click the link. I want to introduce to y'all, after this first commercial, we're going to bring in Miss Cynthia. But first, let's run that fin commercial. The fin is what Norm asked us to put on sale. It is item 1B5. 1B5. It's one of our top selling items. I took $150 off the price, only for the people that watch this show. So right now, if you're interested in the slingshot letters on the fin, oh, he already ran the commercial. Good, he already ran it. Norm, bring Norm in. Bring Norm in, boy. It's a busy night tonight. Go ahead, bring Norm in real quick. Norm, by now you know you got to turn that phone.
I just did.
Boy, you're going to put a crick in my neck trying to talk to you sideways. There you go. That's better. Hey, Norm, how you doing?
Pretty good. And yourself, Vern?
What's the weather like where you at out there, man?
It's warm. It's like 80 degrees out.
Did you see that I put the fin on sale for you?
I know, and I already bought it.
And you bought it. So seeing how you bought it already, can I take it off?
That's up to you. I got mine. Like we used to say in the Army, I got mine.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the guy that came on earlier to help our fellow veterans get their disabilities?
Yes, I did.
Unfortunately,
I'm very healthy, so.
So you don't have any disability?
No, I was a medic, so I was pretty much sleeping in the Humvee while everybody else was out sleeping on the ground.
I think you still should give him a call because you never know, he might be able to help you with something.
Yes. Well, maybe I'll do that. I'm sure it'll be posted here somewhere.
I have his number. You just call me after this. Just give him a call. Hey, are you a retired veteran?
No, I just did 4 years.
Well, that's even better because most people don't understand that, in order to get disability and start getting paid, if you didn't retire, if they give you 10%, you start getting paid 10%, 20%. Now, if you retired like me, I had to get over 50% before I start receiving an additional check. But hey, luckily for me, that 100% came in pretty quick. I don't know why Slinger is on the comments, but it's not over here with me. But Slinger, you better get your butt on this thing. But Norm, item 1B5 is on sale. The thin lights. Hey, everybody, let's thank Norm for having me put that item on sale. What's up, Devin? What's up, Flossie?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to have Miss Cynthia on Norm, you have a good day, man. You take care.
You too. Bye.
Hey, Gene, how you doing? And John, Jen, what's up, Jen? How you doing? Who we got in the green room? Let's not hold everybody in suspense too long. What's up, Miss? Look! You done got your hair
Hey,
all done. You look like you got the filter on.
no, I'm
You look.
actually I'm actually at a washateria, which is next door to an event that we're supporting. So I came
Oh,
over here so I could have light and some quiet time.
and some quiet time.
Huh?
You know, first of all, I want you to introduce yourself to everybody. Ted, I missed Ted's last message. Go ahead, introduce yourself to everybody.
Okay. I'm Cynthia West. I'm married to Millard West, Despicable Me. My bike name is Shuri, but everybody just knows me as Miller's wife or Despicable Me's wife.
Okay, what's up, Cynthia Armour? Hey, I want to give you your props. Um, I hear a lot of people complain. They come to me, talk, 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 talk. Actually, you saw me at an event this past weekend in Texas City, and
Yes.
I've come up with a dignified response to people. And I think I said it to your husband and you too. I don't want nobody coming to complain to me about nothing while you standing right there at the type event that you're complaining about.
Hmm.
You're giving, it can give people throwing the events the wrong impression. What you did took a lot of nerve because you made a post and you put your name on it. I recently saw Ronnie from Light 'em Up. I think he made a post. He put his name on it. We are grown. You should be able to state your opinion on social media and put your name on it. And I just wanted to give
Exactly.
you a props before we get started on what you
Okay.
did because we need more people out there to do that. So real quick, give us a brief explanation of your post.
So my post was purely my opinion and based on feedback that I'm hearing from other people. I hang with a lot of people. Some people go to shows, some don't, and they have different reasons. Most time I hear it's the same thing. The same people going, the same people winning, the same sort of agenda or schedule, nothing different. So they're losing interest. I've been in the slingshot community for about 2 years now. And at first I was all excited, all excited. I go to the shows and attend song competitions because my husband is interested in it. He competes. I've been thinking about competing, but from what I'm seeing at these shows, I'm not sure if I want to compete. So, I mean, if it was something that have little pockets of other things going on, the females that don't compete, they're not interested in going to these shows, sitting there by the trailer, eating, shooting the gossip or whatever they may be doing, going shopping. They don't want to do that. Who wants to travel out the state and spend all this money to travel when there's really nothing to do? You're sitting in the heat, sweating, and the only thing's going on is a sound competition. If there was other stuff integrated into the shows to pique everybody's interest, gives everybody something to do. Also, like I said, it's the same shit, different day. You already know who's gonna win. You can predict it. It's too predictable, and new people are afraid to come in because of the people that win all the time. They're afraid to go up against them. And most of the time it's because newcomers can't achieve what OGs have on their slingshots, or if they're builders, they have access to the best. They have access to tuners anytime they want them. They can get all the equipment that they want, and they know how to put it in. So my thoughts were maybe there should be a class for builders. Even if you don't own a shop, you're a builder. You have that. Lacking the word that I want to say, you have the ability to throw speakers in your bike, take them out, and do whatever. Regular routine competitors, we don't have that advantage. We got to go to somebody and pay for that every time. So that was my thoughts. My husband had nothing to do with my thoughts. In fact, when he came home, he was on 10. And I had to keep telling him, that's my opinion. It's my Facebook. It was my opinion. And it's from what I feel and from what I'm hearing other people saying. That's
Okay,
that's all
well,
it was. It wasn't to offend anybody, make any enemies. I love the slingshot community. But every time, I mean, things get old. Change it up. Do something different.
okay, well, let's start one thing at a time. If you had a builder's division,
But that's why I asked you
how
guys
would you
what-
determine a builder's bike from a regular customer? A builder could build a bike and have another person play it. So how would we know?
First off, honesty is always the best policy. And I'm sure if you building a bike, you get your name out there because you want that business. So, the builder himself can just be honest. Say, hey, I'm a builder. I built that bike. And let me go back. Because we have a builder that builds our bike. I mean a builder that's hands-on. That if I felt like it and I knew how, I could take it in the backyard, put speakers in, wire it, tune it, whatever. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying a builder.
Okay, but a builder, you're asking a person, and let's just be straight here. You got people hiding speakers and bikes. You got people using speakers that are labeled one way but are playing another way. These are the same people that you're asking to be honest about who owns the bike. They haven't been honest about anything up to this point. Why would you waste your time thinking they're going to be honest about this?
Because of my faith in people, that I think everybody has integrity and wants to be honest. Nobody wants to cheat or you know, mistreat your fellow competitors, your fellow win brothers and sisters. I mean, that's me. That's how I feel about it.
I agree with what you're saying. That should be the way, but I think we'd be wasting our time with that one. To be honest, you can see featherweight bikes going all the way up and competing against middleweights. You got welterweight bikes going up to extreme. You got middleweight bikes beating heavyweight bikes. You already know it's some mess going on. The people that are doing these things, there was a time where we wondered if the builders was doing this and the people playing the bikes didn't know, or the people playing the bikes encouraged the builders to do this. But now we're at a point in this where not only does the builder know, but I strongly feel that the person playing the bike knows it too. I believe people in their efforts to compete have decided to tell the builders to build them cheater bikes. These are the same people that are not going to come in here and say this is not a builder's bike. For instance, if you have Jack, who's a great guy, he's doing this thing, and Lemon Drop is winning. If he decides to say that Lemon Drop's bike is hers, who are we to say that it's not? If you have, then you have legitimate builders, and you got some other builders out here that you would alienate too. Jose builds his bike, but his son also plays a bike. So would that put his bike? Would that make little Jose in the builders category? You know, you have to look at this situation from every end. Is she still on?
I can't hear you.
You're gonna have to get a better signal where you at. You gotta go off and come back.
I'm gonna have to walk outside.
Yeah. Come back outside or click off and come back.
Okay.
Okay, for everybody out there while she's coming back in, I don't know if you share the same opinion that I do. I just feel that would just add another form of collusion. A lot of the situations going on right now, to put it bluntly, is almost an insult to most people out here intelligence. When you have bikes coming in, moving through all these different divisions, when you know these bikes shouldn't be able to do that. You do realize we started out with categories in the sound contest originally. So if you had a heavyweight bike, you couldn't have a middleweight bike. You wouldn't go down the middleweight with it and beat up on everybody. Now it's the other way around. The smaller bikes are going up and beating up the bigger bikes. You're gonna have to probably step outside or something. Can you hear me? for everybody that's in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think a builder's division would be a solution? Do you think that trying to separate the one, there's only a few builders out here, but do you think trying to separate them would give you a probable solution? You know, I'm open to see what y'all think.
Maybe it's better.
You were sounding good earlier. You must have moved somewhere. Who else we gotta? No, she thought somebody said make everybody play the same song in the same competition. We are not gonna sit there for 4 or 5 hours and hear the same song over and over and over again. I'm tired of hearing the same songs when they playing different songs too much. So we definitely can't do that. So say something real quick, Cynthia, so we see if you come in clear.
I can hear you, but I'm also hearing a bit of feedback. Now it's a little bit better. I don't hear it.
See if your husband's phone or somebody else's phone to come in better. All right, so
See if we can come in better on your phone. He says try your phone.
yeah, try a different phone. Super shout out to my man Cornell Phoenix, Richard, Ronald, Derek, Richard, Ronald Boyer, Angela Hunley. Hey, what's up, Miss Hunley? King Lazy, Dennis Postal, and Gayla Howard. What's up, Gayla? Hey, we're having this show tonight. For one, the young lady that came on here, she made a post saying she was tired of seeing the same bikes win over and over again. And I happen to have a show, and I see her point. You know, we've tried to make adjustments to our show to avoid that from happening. There's nothing wrong with the individuals who have the resources to build these monster bikes, to have a team going around winning. I think it's wrong that individuals that have these monster bikes and have the resources or in cool with a builder are competing in the same pool as a normal everyday customer. I believe we should separate them, which is why we came up with the modified class. The modified class would give these big bikes a chance to still compete within their categories, but not intermix with somebody who's just trying to come into this for the first time. Somebody that's trying to have some fun with it. So in no way are we attacking you OGs out here with these monsters. You know, my man Beast, he got a monster. TJ, he got a monster. Congratulations to him, just got his first win with it. We were dying to hear the bike make it through to get right, and he got it right this past week, and the bike sounds amazing. It's great for TJ, great for his team, but overall, that is another monster bike in the middleweight division. So if you are a common customer who's not cool with Brad, it's not cool with Jack, not cool with Jose, not cool with a builder, how do you keep up with bikes now that will cost you upwards of $85,000 to $100,000 if you are new and you want to come into this? That is why we came up with the modified class. You have to separate this. Now, I also believe this, like Miss Cynthia said, builders should automatically have to go to the modified class. I don't care, box size, whatever. You guys, because of the collusion, because of the mess that's going on, you know just as well as I do, you're the only people that see the insides of your bikes. You're the only people who truly know what's in those bikes. You know just as well as I do, some of your guys are doing some stuff you shouldn't be doing. Okay, let's see. Eric Crosby said, if a bike is not in its original position, it's modified, and there's no such thing as a modified class. Everybody's modified if it's not in its original position. Eric, you can say that, but at Three Wheel, we set up a guideline. So let me explain modified for people who hasn't been to a Three Wheel. We had all the builders get together and said, hey, if you got a middleweight bike, a welterweight bike, featherweight bike, how big should the box be for this bike to play very well within these categories? And they set up all the box sizes for each category. Those are considered the regular sizes. The rest of the boxes that are over those sizes, when you show up and your speaker count is the same, as far as our regulated rules go, then you would be in our modified class. That's all that is. So modified is you go against our box restrictions. It's not about the overall bike. But I appreciate your comment. What's up, Walter? Okay, well, go ahead, Cynthia. Go on.
Oh, I lost my thought. But okay, maybe I was talking about the builders. Now, I have nothing against builders. We all have builders. But what I mean when I say builders, there should be a class for them. I mean, if you have that ability, if that's your job, your business, you making money from it, maybe there should be a class for builder against builder instead of, builders going against regular competitors. Because I would never be able to achieve the same bike that someone who owns a shop or has the ability to install, remove, whatever, their speakers, their amps, and whatever else they putting on bikes. I can't go up against that. And
I,
for me, this is a hobby. This is not something that I get paid to do. I don't make money off of it. So at a certain point, I gotta like throw my hands. I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. Or not even in my case, like I said, I was thinking about competing because I have a slingshot. And it's factory, it's stock. The only thing that has been changed on it, RCB put 6.5 speakers in it. That's all I got. But at some point, do you jump in this and knowing that you have a chance you're gonna lose all the time, or you keep putting money after money after money, and you break in your household to keep up? And I think that's where a lot of people are fearful of competing. They just don't want to throw their money away like that.
well, I think, and I'm one of those people too. I started a build on a bike. I was highly motivated to get my bike done, and the way the sound contest is gone, I'm no longer interested in really finishing it.
Hmm.
I, I'm gonna say that this is just my opinion. I don't believe builders should compete at all. Same thing with lights. Whether it's lights or sound, you've never ever seen me compete in an LED contest. If I started competing in LED contests, it would ruin LED contests across the country. Within less than a year, nobody will ever enter another one. So as a builder, I am satisfied with my customers going out and winning. I feel that the builder is already won when you pay them to do the job.
Right.
So there isn't any need for them to come out. The way the system is right now, you could pay a builder on Friday and you got to compete against them on Saturday. And it makes no
Hmm.
sense. Most of the stuff
Exactly.
most of the stuff that we do, a lot of analogies we use because my sons and I, we were fighters and we fought in karate tournaments and everything. Um, what good would it be to go to a karate tournament and have to fight your instructor in the finals?
Hmm.
If you
I get
win,
it.
you shouldn't be paying them. And if you lose, why did you participate in it anyway? You're never gonna beat your instructor.
Or if it's just to drum up more business, how about have a little category in the show where builders can exhibit what they can do to potential customers? Because I'm gonna just be honest, if I was a builder or own a shop and I'm competing, I would build my bike. You would never be able to touch my bike. Never. Because I would keep putting new stuff in it. I'd beat the brakes off you.
Right.
So,
I agree with what you're saying, but here's a different look at it. It does a builder no good to build a bike and beat everybody if they have to play the bike. So you're not proving
right,
shit by doing that.
right.
We're proving
Yeah.
that we're the number one light company because our customers win every way. What
Hmm.
good would it be is the only time Light the Night won was when I operated the bike. But
Exactly.
so I believe builders should become spectators.
Hmm.
They can do grudge matches at the end of the event if they like, but it's just my belief. Some
Yeah.
people might believe it drums up business, but I think it's a better example for a customer if they see another customer winning.
I think so too. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Okay, real
I
quick. Hold on, real quick. Stormtrooper says, "What if Sling Trooper says, what about the people who are spending the money to get the sound they want, and they are new customers. I paid to play newcomers. I paid to play, but now I have to play in a modified class because I had the money to spend and make the sound the way I like it and wanted it. Just a question. Stormtrooper, one thing that we did is we put guidelines out there. So if you're going to get a new build and you go to Three World Showdown, all the guidelines on how to build the bike to fall in what categories there. Then you want bigger sound. Then you're going to go modify it. Because the same excuse you're using to say you're new and you shouldn't go modify it, it's the same excuse anybody could use and say that who defines how new a person is. So we have to have guidelines that cover everybody. I feel your pain. If you build a bike that's outside of our guidelines and you didn't know, but hey, the modified class is still a very interesting class. At least the difference is when you go to modified, your bike has obviously been built to keep up with the modified bikes. Hopefully that answers your question or addressed it for you. Okay, Cynthia. One thing I didn't appreciate on your post.
Mhm.
You were told that you could just go back to the lab. When you said people made comments saying you can go back to the lab and change your bike so you can become more competitive. Everybody can't go back to the lab and spend that kind of money over and over. And for a lot of people, the lab is their home. They're just taking their bikes home and getting them worked on. So telling someone they can just go back to the lab is not a solution. I think more of the platforms probably should come up with a way to not mix pro players. I'm not going to say OGs. I'm going to say pro players with the normal customer. Because like my man just says, Sling Trooper, he's not an OG, but he's got a pro bike. So we're going to say pro players. Real quick, shout out to Tony Smith. I got a builder that wants to come in. Beat Doctor, what's up? Beast, what's up? I think Jarrell wants to come in as a builder. Let Jarrell come in real quick. We'll give him a few minutes to say what's on his mind.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, what's up, Jarrell?
Hey, Jarrell.
What you got, bro?
Hey. Y'all excuse me. I'm driving, so
He's clicking in and out too.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Jarrell.
Pull over.
You're gonna have to pull over or something and try to come back in, man. All right, go ahead and take Jarrell out till he gets to a place where we can get him in.
Pieces on there too.
Mhm.
All right. Hey, but one thing I can tell you, that Louisiana crew that came to that event this weekend, boy, they turned it up. I don't know who that little guy was. That was on he was on a 20-hour energy drink or something.
That's
Man,
Robert. That's
his name was Robert. I
Robert
need to get
Gates.
Robert on the show.
Yeah, Robert is part of TRC with Beat Doctor. He's a real nice guy, high energy. I love him.
Robert is a phenom when it comes down to this, man. I'm gonna tell you.
Yes.
Now, you have any more points you want to talk about? Because
Yeah, I
go
do.
ahead. Go ahead.
Now I'm going to speak for most of my lady slingshot riders and some of the male slingshot riders who gave a lot of feedback. And we do, and we talk when we on the shows and when in person or at shows. The ladies want something else to do. The ladies like to dance. They like the line dance. They like to have something other than the sound competition. A lot of the ladies come out in full makeup. They don't want to sit in that heat for 10 hours at a competition. They don't want to sit over there at the trailer all day waiting for something to happen. You either got a choice. In the morning, you're riding in Hell's Kitchen on a ride. At night, after the sound competition, you're trying to navigate in the dark in places you're not familiar with, and most time the bikes are going like a bat out of hell, and you're trying to keep up. But something in between, maybe something for other folks to do that's not interested in sound competition. I'm gonna throw a show out there. The show we just attended, Space City. They did that. They had little pockets of something going on at the same time the sound competition was going on, and everybody had a good time. During the sound competition, they had exhaust going on. So if you wanted to see that, you go see that. They had the DJ battle going on. They had the LED competition going on. And their location was perfect for all that because they shut down the city basically, and then they had the bars and stuff. The locals had their doors wide open, so they were servicing people as well. And they had a party. They had all kind of stuff. They had different stuff that you can do, and a lot of it was doing the sound competition. So I mean, props to them. And like I said, these past 2 years since I've been in it, I've enjoyed the shows. I like the sound competition because of my husband competing. If he wasn't competing, I wouldn't be sitting over there all those hours watching the sound competition. With nothing going on, I'd probably be in my hotel room. Which
I
in Memphis, that's where I was, in my hotel room a lot of the time.
I think a lot of this though, whether it's Memphis, shows have to adjust based on their population. Memphis is a monster show.
It
It
is,
would be,
and it's
it would,
a good show. It really is. But the proximity to my and I'm sorry to cut you off. Proximity to my hotel allowed me the opportunity to take a break and go rest in my room and then come back out.
okay, but
I'm
let
not
me
knocking
explain.
Memphis.
Right, and that's why we don't want to knock a show. But let me
No.
explain to everybody the inner workings of a show. Memphis is a monster show, which would probably require anywhere from 20 to 30 people to work it. Which means in order for you to have all these activities going on, you would have to have pockets of people to run all of those activities. And you would have to have a schedule. Now, keep in mind that you can have a smaller event with more things going on because it's easier to move around. If you notice at the event they had this weekend, they had a large amount of people helping.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to feel that when you come to Three Wheel, we have a good amount of people helping, so you can do a lot of different things. A lot of these shows are once a year shows. It's very hard to organize all those activities when you have a small amount of people helping. So what I would like to say is if you know there's a person having a show in your area, it don't matter if you're on the team, if you're in the group, say, hey, I hear you having a show in our own backyard. What can we do to help y'all? And that might get some of these things going. You can't have 100 things going on with 10 people working. So, in the defense of these shows, I can explain that's one of the entities with that. Secondly, you're going to end up with enough people working. These people are going to want something. They're going to want to be compensated. So if you got 10, 15 people working 1 year, they see you charging, the next year when you ask them, they're going to want to be paid. So
I get it.
So the people coming to the shows, are they willing to pay more to have more? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Now, on the other hand, too, I've been to smaller shows. Jarrell and his wife, they put on several shows, different places. I went to a show they had in Birmingham, Mobile. What they did was during their sound competition, they took breaks. They played games, they did other stuff. I've been to your show. You do that too. You take breaks, you give to the kids, you get a lot of people involved. You just call people out the audience, hey, y'all judge this, y'all do this. And it gets everybody involved, and people want that kind of stuff going on, not just sitting there like a bump on a log hearing Lil
Once
Sally
again,
Walker all day.
you're right. But still, once again, imagine Memphis doing that, taking a break in between the rounds with all the bikes they had. You would still be out there right now today trying to finish. So you have to regulate. A lot of the stuff that I do is on the fly because we have a clock that we know we have to keep up with. So if I have time to get this in, we get it in. If sometimes I don't. I'm sure Jarrell is doing the same thing. You have to adjust on the fly. It would be great to do all that, but if you want a show to be able to plan all that, pre-register. If we know we got 300 people coming, then we can plan things and make sure we got a stack. We leave parts of our team here based on the pre-registration. So I don't need to bring everybody if I only
Right.
got 100 pre-registrations.
Right.
But if you pre-register for a show, then the people throwing the shows can plan. I'm sure a lot of the shows out there want to do more, but please help us by pre-registering, letting us know you're coming. What you're saying is absolutely right. Right now, we are gearing up our Fridays. It's very, very hard to get a lot of activities going at the same time. For one, if the sound contest is going off, you got to be so many feet away because you're not going to hear nothing else. Two, some people want to watch sound half the time and then run over and do something else the other half. So it's just hard to judge it. But I do see your point. But I really think the solution would be putting more on Friday. We
That's
backed
what I
our
was going to
sound.
say.
We backed our sound contest up to where if we get anywhere 30, 40 bikes, we still can be done by 4 or 5 o'clock. But
Yeah.
our team does it more. In the defense of the other platforms, the other events, our guys have had, in the 4 or 5 years we've been doing this, we probably on event number 60, 70, so they've had a little more practice.
Well,
Okay,
maybe. Okay.
hold on, let me see who I got here real quick. King Lazy says builders enjoy their success through their customers' achievements. It's like they build a family of competitors. Cynthia said, I agree that builders should not be playing against their customers. All platforms need to follow the same format, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer, we tried that. I got Jarrell on here. Hey, Jarrell, your wife just said she feels the builders shouldn't compete against the customers. Do you agree with her?
I do agree. But before we get into that, I mean, first of all, let me say I respect everybody's opinion. Everybody's allowed their opinion. Nobody should be, discouraged to share their opinion, um, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So let me say that before we go any further. But between you and Cynthia, I really want to. Can we define a builder?
That was what I was just saying. I don't know how you would.
That's where we have to start off with, because I hear what you're saying. Vernon, I hear what you're saying. Me, I own a shop now, so what is a builder?
Would you consider
Some
your
of these
wife?
bikes are built by a builder.
Would you consider your wife competing a builder's bike?
No, it's her bike. I've built several bikes that compete in the show. It's just because she's related me doesn't make it a builder's bike. I'm delivering one right now that's built just like hers, and I don't consider it a builder bike. She has a title. Her bike. This young lady that I'm building this bike for has a title.
Will you
When
define what you think a builder's bike is?
I don't think there's such thing as a builder's bike. Now, should a builder get in there and build a monster and play against his customers? That's ethics. That depends on who you are. But I don't feel like there is a such thing as a builder's bike. Now, what would be good sometimes is if a builder would build a bike for demo purposes only, or grudge matches. We can't control that. However, I think defining something as a builder makes it really tricky, because again, 95% of these bikes are built by a quote unquote builder. Before I got in my shop and got my LLC, would you all consider me a builder, even though I was still building and competing?
I think we should define a builder if they've built several bikes. If that bike stays at your shop, if you're driving and delivering that bike to the shows, that's a builder's bike. Your wife would fall under a builder's bike. That's my opinion. You built it at your house. You go to the shows with it. It's a builder's bike.
It doesn't matter. It's not your bike.
But it's not my bike. I could build a customer bike exactly like that one, and I could take it to hold on. I could take it to shows, and I could let them play it. Does it make it a builder's bike?
Let me
Let's
explain what I think a builder is. I think a builder is a person who owns a shop, has the ability to do the work, have the ability to tune, whether you are in your garage at home, whether you have a commercial building. That's my definition of a builder.
Okay, so
Again,
with that
I
being
know we
said, is Do you consider Snow a builder?
Yes.
Well,
He works
look,
on his own. He works for somebody, and
No,
and
no.
he builds
Prior to him,
bikes.
I'm sorry. Prior to him working for who he's working for now, when he was in his garage building these bikes, was he a builder?
Yes. My two slingshots live in my garage, but I don't have that ability or the knowledge to
all right,
add any speakers,
all right,
take
hold
any
on.
out.
Let's not stick on the builders thing. Let me end the builders
Well,
thing.
well, this is how everything is coming to a head though, because the
All right, but
definition of a builder is not
I'm
clear.
gonna give you a clear definition of it. If you are married, that bike is community properties in both your names. That's a builder's bike. Your wife's bike is also in your name because you're married. So that's your bike too. So that's a builder's bike.
So because I own a shop, it's a builder's
No,
bike.
because you're married to the person that owns the bike, and in your state, that's community property. That's both your
Okay,
bikes.
so James Hunley has two bikes. Is he a builder?
He didn't build his bikes. You built your bikes. What are you talking about?
Okay, so what if I build it and somebody else tune it? Is that falls under the
We
same
said
thing?
we said build the bikes. I don't care who tunes the bike. We're talking. I don't want to talk about building because that's one of the minor things. I'm with you on the builders. You can't really clearly define it. But in your case, for instance, your case, y'all are married. I don't know if Jack and Lemon Drop are married, so technically they're not married. So he could easily say it's her bike.
Oh wow, we're really getting technical now.
Way out. So I don't even want to go into the builders. Let's talk about what she was talking about before with the same
Okay.
people coming, winning, the way the events are running. Builders, I don't really care about that.
Okay, so and Cynthia's gonna jump on here in a minute, but that's another good topic, Cynthia. And I see what you're saying, but here's the thing. Um, let's go back to the Super Bowl Patriots. They built a great team. They went and bought a team. The Lakers, they buy teams. They build great teams. They're gonna win over and over and over again because they've got the money, the know-how, the coaching to do all that. And if another team wants to come out and beat them, they've got to have the know-how, the product, the money. Now, all of that is accessible. All of it's accessible, whether you have to pay extra for it, whether you have to pay extra time, whether you have to ship it. It's all accessible. So I can't 100% agree with, being upset because the same people are winning. Um,
Can we look at
as
it?
long as the competitions are fair.
Can we look at it another way? What good would it have been for the Lakers to build a superior team and then take it to the G League?
Take it to the G League. Here's the
Hold
thing, though.
on, let me finish. What we got going now is we have builders that are building superior bikes and going to events where they can put those bikes in the lowest categories they can put them. The Lakers are seeking out the most competitive field they can. They're not building superior bikes and looking to go into the welterweight division, then go up to the middle, then go up to the heavy.
And
The
I
Lakers,
agree with you. And that is why we've agreed with you on a lot of your rules that you run, Vernon.
right.
We
Yeah,
we believe in stock tubs for feather and light. I believe in stock tubs, no modifications, to give everybody a fair chance. The way we look at it from a competition standpoint, once you go welterweight and up, you are modifying your bike enough to where it's not even the daily driver anymore. That's how competitive welterweight and up is. Those people don't drive those bikes. They're trailer queens.
okay.
You're putting money into that bike at this point, and you've got to expect the rest of the competition to be putting that kind of money into their bike as well. I tell everybody, if you want to compete, learn how to win, learn how to lose. Because it's serious. Once you get into those welterweights, I mean, a lot of people say it's for fun, but their feelings are in it, their money, their heart is in it. So it's not necessarily for fun. And I feel like if you can't take a win or can't take a loss, don't even put your bike in it.
All right. So what you're saying, I'm a builder. I can agree with you to a point. But at some point, y'all better realize you're chasing your customers away. You're chasing your audience away.
We're agreeing with you on that.
100%.
Why you think I don't compete anymore?
That's my
Me,
point.
I don't
That's my
compete personally anymore.
So if Jarrell's on here and we can agree, I hope the rest of y'all out here can see and agree. I don't give a damn how much all y'all win. This is supposed to be fun for the common person. This is supposed to be the fun for the person who takes his bike to Jarrell and gets a system put in. He wants to be able to compete against other people at the same level. If you go to Jose, if you go to whoever, when you walk out of there with that bike, you want to know you stand a chance against another customer. You're
Yeah.
never going to stand a chance against a builder. I don't care. They can lie to you. It is not fair for a customer to have to compete against a builder. Stop running. If you're a builder, bring your ass to the modified division where other bikes are like yours. Get away from the customers. This is getting ridiculous.
And
You
I get pleasure out of seeing one of my bikes in the ring winning. You know what I'm saying? So
and
whether
so do I. So do I.
whether it's Cynthia playing it, whether it's Quiet Riot playing it, any of my other customers that I'm a lightweight and below builder. That's what I love doing. I can
And
do bigger bikes, but it's not what I like doing.
I'm gonna tell
Um,
you what's going on. And this, we've created a platform where it can stop. We have modified for you guys to come and play. We're gonna start offering better prizes in modified. We're gonna try to come back and do a few things for you. But y'all need to get away from the customers. You really, honestly, and truly do, because if you have not looked at the population of the sound contest this year, it is sliding down so fast. It is going so fast that it's going to take years to recover. You used to come to an event, have 15, 20 featherweights, lightweights, 60 bikes. Now, show is happy if you get 20. And most of that 20 is the same 10, 12 people traveling. You're basically
yeah,
having shows for the same handful of people. This
yeah. And
needs to.
one of the things we're gonna do also next year, Vernon, and I announced this earlier, is we're only gonna allow everyone to play up one class. So, we're gonna try to make it as fair as possible. If you don't want to abide by those guidelines, you're welcome to play somewhere else. But for us to try to keep it as fair as possible and to keep new blood, we're only gonna allow everybody to play up one class. We're also gonna introduce a flyweight class for the beginner, that the true beginner, 6.5s, 110. You know, I think it could do well. I think we're gonna have a lot of participation there because that's definitely not a builder's class.
TJ,
6.5, 110.
I see TJ is saying more slings competed this year than last year. The numbers show. I don't know what numbers he's looking at, but maybe he has something like that. I don't know.
But
Uh,
I'm not gonna get into the numbers. Like I said, I just wanted to come on, say, again, respectfully, you guys have your opinion. I just don't like where it's going as far as defining a builder based on a LLC, because anybody can build in their backyard. Again, we're not going to get into the specifics of that, but you know, it takes money, time, and effort to do this, no matter what class you're in.
all right,
Um,
hey man, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you taking the time.
yes, sir. I got to get back on this highway. Y'all have a good evening. Wait, Cynthia. I think Cynthia had one more thing. Hold on.
What's up, Sid?
Hi. So
Hey,
I just wanted to say something really quick because I know we've been on for a minute. But Cynthia, as far as the builder, I'm going to say this. When I made the comment that I don't think a builder should play against their customers, I stand behind that 100%. That's why Jarrell does not compete. However, my husband is a builder. He built my bike. I compete. He doesn't play my bike. He doesn't. He built it for me, and that's it. And so I get out there and I have a fair playing bike. There's nothing extraordinary about my bike or anything like that. And like he just said, he will build a bike identical to mine. And it's up to me to be able to play that competitor, but they have the same equipment that I have. And basically we're getting in a ring with either one of us having a fair shot. So I've won some and I've lost some, but because my bike is pretty much a standard, it's nothing extravagant about it, or no cheating speakers, no cheating this or whatever. It's just a basic featherweight bike. So when we say builders, it's kind of hard because everybody has their bike built by somebody. So if you say that a builder's bike shouldn't play, or builder shouldn't play, a bike shouldn't play if it's been by a builder, then that means nobody's gonna play.
all right, but okay.
Nobody's
So
gonna play.
let
Hold
me
on,
ask this.
hold on, wait. We got to cut off the builder thing. I don't even want to keep going over
Okay.
Okay.
that. Because I know damn well if I took my bike to an LED contest and Sean worked it, everybody would still have a problem.
But before you cut it off,
It
let
all
me just
depends
say
on what
this.
you're doing.
Let me just say this one thing. A true builder that owns a shop, not only do they have access to the best of the best, they're not paying full price. You wholesale. A regular competitor We paying full price. You making a profit.
So let
And
me.
I say you,
Well,
but I'm not
hold on.
talking
Yeah,
about
but
you. I'm just
I
saying in
have
general.
one more
Go
comment,
ahead.
then I'm done. Hold
Go ahead,
on, one more
man.
comment. Now, why I don't agree with that, let me tell you why. Is because let's say that Jarrell may have a 20% discount with Concrete Audio. Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument. Okay, so if he has that 20%, who's to say that my competitor can't get a bike built from somebody that gives them all free parts? And I'll use, for the sake of argument, Cozy. Let's say that Cozy decides, oh, I want to sponsor this bike, and they got it built for free. So you really can't really say about the discounts, because even though it's discounts, if we don't have the money, he can't get it for free.
All right, well, hey, we're
Well,
gonna end the
when
building.
they start
Y'all
doing
stop.
those,
Hey,
when
cut
they
one of them
start
off. Hey, you
We're
can't keep.
good.
when
We're
they
Yeah,
good.
start
Y'all
doing
have a good
those
evening.
sponsor
I'm
bikes
quiet,
where you
Ted.
get
If you don't ever
everything free,
cut
let me
Cynthia
know.
off. The other, Jarrell. Y'all get off here. I'll see y'all next
Bye,
week.
y'all.
Hey, I feel your pain. I'm not gonna talk builders, but I will say this: no matter what part she get at a discount, her labor is always free. And labor is
That's
the
what I'm
main
talking
bill when
about.
you build your bike.
A
So hey,
builder, your
the,
labor's free,
if your
your
labor is
parts are
free,
discounted.
the
When
playing
I
field
take
is
my
not the
bike
same.
somewhere, I'm paying full price.
Like, because you know what? I can give you all the lights in the world. You still got to pay somebody to put them on. So, hey, we're going to let
Exactly.
that go with the
How
builder.
about you
But
give me some of them lights and I'll
I'm going to give a shout out to TJ because they do keep very good, accurate numbers, man. TJ, I would like to know if there's more people competing this year. Is it more people competing because there's more events, but it's the same people moving from event to event? Or do we have more new names this year than we had last year? Because my point is this: if we keep on this pace, we're not going to develop new people into this. You already see the heavyweight division is sliding. You see a couple of these other the welter, what is it, the welterweight sliding. TJ, y'all keep very good records on this. Let us know when you say there's an increase, and I'm gonna repeat: is it an increase in new people, or because there's 60 some events, is it the same pocket of 10 to 12 people rotating around? I would like to know that for myself. Um,
from Louisiana, you have 5 bikes that compete. And they just go from show to show. You have Beast, Maniac, Despicable Me, Press Play, Blue Fever. And that's
right.
it. And they just going from is you're just going to a different place to compete. There's not a lot of new blood unless maybe you go up north or on the East Coast, you compete against some people there, but it's not it's not new. It's the same people.
Yeah, I think what we're getting is, and I think how the number is skewed in TJ's thing, or anybody who's keeping track of this, is because there's 60 some events, you have pockets of local people that will come try in the local events, but they're not going to travel. They're not going to travel to get the paint blown off the bike, but they got something in their own backyard, they might get in it and try it. And then that's going to be their one time with it. We've gone to places where people in the local area will come in, but they're not traveling. They're not advocates. They're not seasoned. They're not going to keep doing it. I think we have to come up with something that's more appealing and appetizing for a person to travel to. A lot of your points are very valid, Cynthia, and I feel your pain and passion. I knew how excited your husband was when he got his bike. He was telling me, "Man, I got something. I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be playing." And I can imagine the disappointment as a regular customer when you pull in the ring and you see some of the bikes that were developed while yours was being made that you didn't remember. Granted, there are some people that have the resources to go back and change the bike every year. They're that dedicated to it. But I still believe we have to have a pathway for new people to come into this. If we don't create a pathway by using a modified class, eventually when these big bikes get done, there's nobody coming up behind them and it's all going to end. The
Yeah.
funny
It's
thing is,
it's
now I wanted to say this because Jack and I don't always see things on the same page. But I will tell you 2 quick things. And this is for all of y'all that are complaining about the lemon drop bike, about the Jack bike. Jack was on the board of guys that came up with the regulated box sizes. And this is my one thing on this. He was very instrumental, along with Brad, Jose, all the builders coming up with regulated box sizes. They came up with regulated box sizes and we adopted it. If you choose not to go to the event that has regulated box sizes, don't get mad at Jack and them for going over to the one where he can exploit the fact that you didn't use it, because he helped us set up a pathway for you to use it. So if you choose by choice not to go to those events, not to use the regulated boxes, don't get mad if the builders are over there beating you up on the other one, because they did set up a system where you could flourish. You're choosing not to go.
Well,
Kind of
let
see
me
my point
just
on that?
say, let me just say this before I jump off, because I am at an event. That was my Facebook post. That was my opinion. My husband had nothing to do with it. He was pretty hot when he came home about my post, and I had to keep emphasizing that's my social media page. That's my opinion. That's my post. It has nothing to do with him. We're married, but I'm an individual. I have mind of my own, and I think for myself. I never said anybody was cheating. I just said that it's the same people winning and fewer people are interested. And I stand by that. Fewer people are interested, and it's the same people winning. You're just rotating winners, and you're just going to different states to play your bike in different states. If it's not going to be anything new or improved, I could play my bike in my backyard.
Hey, lean your husband in here real quick.
Okay.
Hey, I
Hey, what's
want
going on?
to tell
Can you
you,
hold
I
it?
want to tell you I feel your pain, because I too was blamed for a post that somebody else made. I had nothing to do with it, and I did like you.
And I'm my own goddamn
See, I didn't say, hey, pull the
You
post.
better
You said
know
no.
it.
But hey, I understand. I feel you, man.
And
Hey,
you have to.
don't give up on what you're doing. Next year, we're going to expand the modified class. We're going to try to get to more locations. Hopefully, we can get some more of the platforms to go directly with the rules that we have. And,
Yeah,
and y'all
I do this. I do this because I enjoy it. I have fun press and play. And I told you this past week, and I've been to a lot of events. I'm tired. I'm staying home now until next year.
Hey, but hey, TJ just said y'all married, so you're responsible for half that post.
Tell TJ the devil is a lie.
Super shout out to Nevada Blue out there, man. I'm coming to LA next week. Hope to see you. Hey, we got any comments I need to read?
It's a ton of them.
It's a ton of comments on here, man. You have to go
Sorry.
back. Cynthia, I want to tell you, Cynthia, I appreciate you being on here and coming and coming through and standing up for yourself on here, so to speak. I need more people to do what you're saying. I have a link on here, and I think only you and D Love are the only people that ever came on here and really stated your issues.
Well,
But I
thank you
got
for
100.
having me. Because after my post, I was like, ooh, everybody mad at me. I don't know if I want to go to a show. I don't know how I'm be received, but you can like me or not like me. I'm gonna love you anyway.
Amen,
I'm
sister.
gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna tell you a secret. It seems like everybody don't like you on the post, but they under the misconception that they are everybody in that. Because I'm pretty sure I'm loved by thousands more people than hate me. It's just the
Yeah.
haters are the ones that make the comments.
Here's my point about the post. Let me give my opinion. People read things, and sometimes what you read, you misconceive.
That's why
And
it's best to come on here.
if there wasn't on here tonight to understand what was going on and what she said, I'm a peaceful person, but I'm the first person to say the hell with you.
He's
Okay.
peaceful. I talk back.
I already know you're not peaceful. I was at that meeting when I thought we got to pull some boxing gloves out that time. What's up,
Yeah,
Jennifer?
look, y'all see how little I am? This is my quiet storm, but I talk back.
But hey, thank y'all for coming on. If you ever want to come on, the link is always open. You see, hey, you're only one of two people, and me doing this for 2 years, that really clicked on here to state your toboggle, and you did a very excellent job in explaining your position.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And we love everybody in the community, whether they love us or not.
Yeah, believe it or not, you always gonna have more people that love you than hate you. It just seems like the other way. Because, like I said, the haters are the ones that are sitting on here making a lot of comments. Man, most of us are too busy to even pay attention to it.
Get on us next year because we going back in the lab.
I'm glad. I'm glad you decided to come on here and not accept the movie ticket offers.
All right now.
Yeah, I'll take care.
All right, later.
See y'all later.
All right, real quick to everybody in the community out here, man. Very, very entertaining show. I wish more of you in the comments could come on and let us know how you feel starting next week. When I started this, I wanted to take on the issues. I wanted to take on the real stuff, the fun stuff, everything. I want everybody's opinion to be noted. So I'm gonna enlighten you on a few other things real quick. It's a lot of you out here with these big old strong bikes, man. I think y'all should take those bikes and seek out the best competition that you could. You got a lot of guys that's going to California with these bikes. I sincerely ask that y'all grudge with the bikes. Let the winners of the different divisions grudge with you, but don't put those bikes in that contest. Going to LA with those bikes, it's just not a good thing. The last time some big bikes went to my event in California, it didn't go well. Actually, I got blamed. They thought that I had them come to pick on everybody, but actually I had nothing to do with it. So I'm going to ask you on the show, for all you guys that are going to LA, man, let the local people enjoy their show. Put your bikes in at the end. Let them hear what they can do at the end. Give them a chance to win. I don't understand, and I'm going to be plain with it, even though everybody told you would go all the way to LA and there's no competition there for you, but you didn't come to New Jersey and light them up was there waiting for you. If you got a strong bike, seek out the best competition you could. When we were fighters, my son and I, we went all across the United States looking for the toughest fight. So we went into the World Championships and was ready. I never would go anywhere where I know there's no need for us to go. I'm not trying to rack up those kind of wins. You got events where you know you got true competition. Your true competition was the people that won last year. They had an event in their own backyard. None of y'all came. I understand if your bikes weren't ready or whatever. We'll see if we get more next year. Let's set up some matches with these strong bikes against each other. Stop going to these little events picking on people, man. I'm going to close out with that. And that's my one to grow on. If there's anybody out there in the light that want to battle, I got some new products. When I came out with my new stuff, before we showed the hood letters, before we showed a lot of the stuff that we had, I issued a challenge to all the builders for 10 grand. I got some more new stuff coming out. If there's somebody want to do some fun and challenge for a couple dollars before I release this stuff to the public, I'll show up. I'll come to your shop. I'll come to your city, and we can have a battle. Is there anybody? Who else we got out here? Jennifer, what you got? You going to support? Oh yeah.
Got something to say?
Real TJ, what you got? Super shout out. Flossie and them got an event next week in LA. I said LA without naming it, man. Flossie's been extremely supportive, man. If you don't want to take your bike that far, get your butt on the plane, take a drive, just go out there, give her a hug, say, hey, we support you. Come for one day, go to the beach on the next day. I don't care. Go to the mall, do like I'm going to do. Go see LA, pass through. Flossie owes me a dinner. Flossie, you owe me a dinner. Go support. I'm not saying don't go to LA with your bikes. I'm just saying let the people in LA stand a chance at winning. Let them win, like I said, and then y'all can grudge. Have a good time.
Say we want the smoke.
Yeah, Flossie says she wants the smoke because she's got the hot bike. Flossie wants the smoke. But everybody else out there might need a little time to get their flame a little higher. No, I'm not knocking the competition in LA. My man Gio and them, they ready. They getting there. Just give them another year or so. Give Brad and some of the builders a chance to get a few more competitors out there for y'all, man, and go have a good time. But for right now, let them just see what they can build up to. To the rest of y'all, if you don't want to take your bike, just go have a good time. Like I said, LA is a beautiful place. Go to Hollywood. Go see the Hollywood star. Go do whatever you got to do. Have a good time. Anybody else got what we got? I see Angela. Super shout out to Angela. What's up, Smitty? How you doing? I know Smitty got an opinion on here on these big super bikes. I wish Smitty would get on here and let me know if he feels that these big bikes should be competing against. All y'all can say whether it's right or wrong, and you could be right or wrong, but in the end, I'm gonna tell you, you're chasing the new people away from this. And if you really like this and you want to keep it going, any sport out there has a pathway for new people to come in. The NBA, they got the G League. Everybody has a way for new people to come in unscathed. Even at your high school, you had JV before you went the other route. Even you got Pop Warner before you go junior high. In the sound contest, we got to set up a way for new people to come in without getting blown away by these pro bikes or these OGs in the game. What's up, Smitty?
What up, Vern? How you, man?
Well, man, let me tell you, you just brighten my day. You look tired as hell, too. You retired. You must have a bunch of damn energy.
Hey, I'm drinking. That's it. That's why I was like, hey, should I get on here? Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, coming from somebody that did this for a very long time, just like you, if I spend 40, 50, 60, 100 grand on some of these bikes, these are some big bikes. If I spend 40, 50, 60, 70 grand on a bike, I don't want to play the local jokers.
There you go. Kenyatta said the same thing.
I don't want to play them.
Yeah. Turn your phone this way from me.
Yeah, shit gonna cut off or something stupid. Oh.
If not, just leave it like it is. You know, you retired Army. It's hard for you to learn how to work your phone.
Yeah, man, I don't have the Air Force.
You know, the point you made is the same exact point Kenyatta made on here months ago. He said when he shows up with his bike, he'd rather not waste rounds going through those bikes.
It's not about wasting rounds because I feel like if say you do have a starter bike, say this is your first year, right? Say and it's easy to pick on, say, Jack and the Lemon Camp. It's really easy to pick on them because they travel a lot, right? And they show up, and you don't want them to stop showing up because they're there and they're supporting their customers, right? When they show up, Jack will sell you everything that's on their bike. Light the Night will sell you every light that you sell for on Friday night for your light competition.
I'll sell you the person that drove the bike in.
Listen, I'll tell you. I'll bring you to the shop and I'll show you how to use it.
Yes.
The thing is, these new guys. Here's the thing. Here's what I've been saying since 2019. Right, 2019. I stopped because it was just like, well, until somebody builds something, and then I sold my bike. So it was like, I remember in Virginia at your, I don't know whose show it was, but in Virginia, I let my wife play my bike, and motherfuckers still complain. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, guys. I let my wife play my bike, and it was still a problem. I let her pick the songs. I let her do whatever she wanted to do, and it was still a problem. So people are gonna complain no matter what you do. People are gonna complain no matter what you do. I really appreciate the young lady and the gentleman that were just on, you know what I mean, coming on and saying how they feel and why they feel that way. But you're right. Like whoever told her it's time to go back to the lab, it's time to go back to the lab. If you want to compete against the best, you can't be the best unless you compete against the best. And if you want an easy win, then like the 3-Wheel Showdown and SS Takeover and all these shows aren't the place to get your easy win. You know what I mean? Memphis Madness isn't the place to show up and then expect an easy win.
Right.
These just aren't the shows to show up and do that. You know what I mean? So
how do you feel about us doing a modified class and separating, treating a little separation?
Having switched over to Harleys, for the most part, like I still have a lot of Slingshot customers. I don't think it's necessary. Because again, I say, even if you have a modified class or non-modified class or whatever the class is that you choose to play in, as a builder, when Jarrell said, "How do you define a builder?" Here's the problem with defining a builder. If I build you, let's be honest, right? Most of the customers that come to me have way more money than I have. Right? Because if you can come to me and you can spend $60,000-$70,000 on a bike to build, then that means I have to have $67,000 to have available to build on that bike too. And for me to build your bike and have it ready and then turn around and build my bike, it doesn't matter if I have 20% off that time. My time, it doesn't matter who pays for my time. I have to have that time to do it.
Mhm.
I have to have that time to practice. I have to have that time to know the songs I'm playing. But when I build a bike, if I hand you a playlist and I say, "Hey, play this volume, this song at this volume, after this song at this volume," what's the difference? Because that's what I'm gonna do. If I play your bike, I'm gonna get on your ring. I'm gonna play your bike at that volume, at this song in this order. What's the
But
difference?
what I'm noticing, if you build a customer bike and you build a bike, your customer has an equal chance against the bike that you built.
It
Well,
has an equal chance. If we start off here's what's not being said. Most customers come in and they don't really want to build a competition bike. But guess what? On Saturday when they get to these shows,
they want to
oh
play.
shit, I just spent 20 grand. I want to be able to play too. We didn't have a conversation about building a competition bike.
But what about those who do go to you and want a competition bike, but for some reason their bike sound nothing like yours?
It's gonna sound exactly like mine. Whether
But
you're gonna pre
that's not the
what
case that we're getting here. We're
who
getting a case where some of these
who
building bikes are
who
playing
built
way
who who
above.
who built the bike? Who's
Well,
not playing?
for instance,
You have to, and when you make that statement, you have to be willing to say, well, so and so built this
so
bike at that time.
for instance, I got Lemon Drop, who has an outstanding featherweight bike, which
Right.
is we have not seen another featherweight bike come from that shop that sounds like that.
Did they
We've
go
not
in the
seen.
shop and say, I want a lemon drop bid. I want lemon drop
Well,
bid.
see, I don't know the inner workings
That's
of
what
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard to come on it's hard Monday night quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But on Saturday, we
But
had a conversation.
say
I'm
for
listening.
instance, you have Game Changer. He has a welterweight bike,
That that's a monster
but
everywhere it goes.
he lost a Lemon Drop featherweight bike.
Does he know how to play it?
Yeah,
Are
yeah, you know how to play it.
are the judges listening for fullness? Because there's no way you could take 6/8 or 8/8. So I'm sorry because I'm a little past the rules. If you have 8/8s, there's no way you're gonna tell me a bike with 10/10s isn't fuller, isn't richer. So what are we listening to as
Well,
judging as judges? What are we listening to?
but
If we're
that's not.
not gonna say 6.5, 6.5, or 6/8, you can't tell me that 10/10s doesn't sound better.
But if everything was everything like you're saying, like I said, a lot of people, this isn't passing the common sense test to where you have smaller bikes competing in higher classes, and the bikes sound better, louder, deeper.
I've said,
Why?
and I'll tell you, if you go back and you look, scroll back a couple years, how many people spend the time that it takes? How many people have dedicated the time to actually learn how to play their bike? It's more to winning than having a big bike. It's more to winning and having the best parts. It's more to winning than having the music in your playlist. You have to know how to you have to know where each one of these slingshots plays and where it breaks. And if I can't give you anything else, if you don't know where a slingshot breaks, if you don't know where your slingshot distorts, if you don't know what music actually highlights your slingshot, how can you possibly sit beside somebody that does?
Most people don't know here, but whenever my most
Oh, I
difficult
lost your volume. I'm
questions,
sorry. Go ahead.
most people on here don't realize that most of my most difficult questions and stuff that I have with three wheel, I'll call Smitty. And I value your opinion greatly. So let me ask you, Smitty, is there a world where I'm gonna speak up for you?
Oh shit, I don't
Where
got no power.
he lost power or something.
I got 1%. I'm about to lose you. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Is there a world where a featherweight, lightweight bike, welterweight bike should be able to go up and compete against middle and heavyweight bikes and they sound the same?
Apples to apples, no.
Because
Apples to
that's what's
oranges,
happening. That
absolutely.
is what's happening now.
Apples to apples, no.
I go to
If you take 6, and I'm pretty sure, if you take 6.5, and I'm a Bama fan. If you take 6.5, 6.5 inch Bamas, there's no way that the mid base transition between a 6.5 and a 10, let alone an 8, is gonna fold into dual. You know what I mean? It's just not there.
right. But what I'm explaining to you, Smitty, is that's what's going on. I don't mind being the person to say it. For some reason, a lot of people are quiet. I've
Mhm.
gone to more events than probably most people. And
Right.
you sit there and you see bikes coming. It used to be you had to have classes so the bigger bikes wouldn't try to come down and beat up on the smaller bikes. Now the
Right.
smaller bikes are going up and beating up on the bigger bikes. and there is no difference in the
Are
scent.
they? Are they though? Are they?
Oh yeah, they are. They are. I can
So
honestly say they are.
you're telling me that lemon drop or lemon, whichever the lemons. Again, we're not talking bad about these bites. We're
No,
using
no,
them
no,
to,
we're not.
that's easy. But if you take lemon drop and Beast, she's not beating Beast because he went in there and said, "I want a competition this weight, a middleweight bike." She's
Right.
not gonna beat him. It's just not gonna happen. And I don't care what you do.
So use say even with Beast, Beast has the
That ain't.
monster.
Uh-oh.
Let me
I'm back.
let me ask you this. So do you think it's a? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I get it.
Is it a judging thing?
I don't think. Can you hear me, Smitty?
Yes, I can hear you.
Even based on what you're saying, we got middleweight bikes right now beating true heavyweight bikes.
That's
Is it a
that that
judging thing or is it a
that's possible. That's more
they're
than
close enough?
possible. Here's the thing, that the bikes are very close. Base is like when you get to the bigger classes, you start thinking to yourself, you kind of start judging backwards, right? And the smaller
Right.
bikes, you're looking for detail, you're looking for clean top end, you're looking for finesse, you're looking for these what you call boxers, you know what I mean? Instead of brawlers. The bigger the bikes get, they turn into brawlers, right? You got beasts that would, I
That's a
mean,
killer
flat
bike.
out, yes, it's just not there.
Beast bike is truly rewritten what you're gonna need to do if you want to compete at middleweight.
Yeah. You almost have to decide that, you have to decide when you're building from the beginning, not
But the
halfway through the build. Like, yeah, like you're putting yourself and your builder at a disadvantage if you show up and say, hey, I just want a nice, clean, loud. I just want that.
but the problem, Smitty, is what I'm saying is Beast bike is also changing what you need to do at heavyweight, and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, why not? It's supposed every year a lower bike should push the bigger bikes. Absolutely.
So
Because
would
if not, if not, then the bigger bikes just stay stagnant. They think, oh, I got enough.
well, we're gonna have to go back to like you told me before. These people are gonna literally have to start changing their bikes every 5-6 months.
Vernon, listen to me. The year that I won every show, I changed my bike every time I went home, and I was paying absolutely full price. I
Yeah.
get online, I do the research, I buy the parts that I think would make me better.
Okay. TJ is saying
I can't see any
maybe
comments on mine
lightweight
back
to
there.
featherweight or featherweight to welterweight,
Lightweight to welterweight.
but no multiple classes. It's not
That's not.
it's not an apples or something argument. I'm not sure what he's trying to say.
Like here's the thing. If I can take a smaller bike with six and a halves and play a bike with 10 10s, then please explain to me why I should not be able to play there. Why not?
Okay.
There's no disadvantage. There's no advantage for me to take my six and a halves, or I'm sorry, I think it's eight six and a halves now. It's no disadvantage for me to take my 8 6 and a halves and play against 10 10s. It shouldn't be close. Excuse my language. It shouldn't be close.
So what are we doing now that it is? It is close.
You tell me.
Matter of fact, they're winning. The 6.5s are winning.
You you gotta tell me. Build the bikes correctly. Here's the thing with this: the small builds are powered correctly. What if I just tell you, hey, some of these builds just ain't built. They're not powered correctly. Just because you got just because you got 12 and you ain't got, but you got the same power that the featherweight, lightweight, welterweight has. You ain't got enough power.
Uh, they say the smaller bikes are beating the bigger bikes. My main concern with being a
I
host and
can't see
has a
none of the
showman,
numbers.
I just want to make sure that when the smaller bike comes in and is supposed to have 6.5, that's exactly what it has.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean,
you
like
know,
it
right now,
the amount of energy it would take for a bike that has six and a half to cheat in the lower classes is like the average person just isn't gonna do it. It's not worth your name. It's not
oh,
worth.
Shouldn't
It's
be.
it
not.
shouldn't be. But let's no,
Yeah,
it
you're right.
shouldn't.
It should not be
Shouldn't.
worth your name because
But
if you get caught, like your reputation is ruined.
real quick, we're gonna run a quick commercial. We're going a little longer, then we're gonna bring Beast
Oh
on
yeah, yeah.
also. Let's run a quick commercial. Then after that, we'll bring Beast on with us, Smith.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Tay, and I'm here at the Light the Night Design Center. Today, I'm going to show you the amazing white bike owned by Snowman from Houston, Texas. Hey, I'm here at the backing the Snowman's bike. I want to thank Mr. Lee for the speaker pods, and you can see Snowman's name right here, but we've lit up his name right here. And also, we've added a nice touch to his bike by adding some glow to his wheels. And let me show you the interior. Hey, I want to show you the interior of his bike also. Over there is his footrest, and his armrest is also lit up. Behind me is his waterfall, and out here is his speaker, just like all the other speakers, so now all of his speakers are lit up. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. And comment on the video how much you liked it. And remember, you can't light the night without light the night.
According to this, downstairs is blowing. Upstairs is blowing.
I don't know how to see the comments. That's all I want to see.
I can smell it.
All right, guys. Look like Vernon took a quick break, real quick. He's an old man. He's got a break every now and then.
Hey Ted, where your slingshot at, man?
You don't get muted. Don't get muted. We already can't see your face.
Ted, where's your slingshot? I ain't seen a slingshot in 3 years.
Yes, no.
Vernon, we have a Beast on here. We also have Snow. Beast,
Okay.
I don't know if he's here. I can't see him, and I can't hear him at the minute. So
Y'all speak up if
Snow's
you're
up. Snow, are you there?
If so, tell them click out and come back. For everybody on here, we're going over our usual time, but I need this for one, being a host of a show. I need to hear every side of this. But at the same time, I want y'all to realize something. The people that are on here are true competitors. They're the OGs, they're the pro players. My whole thing for this is we have to come up with something for the individuals that aren't on here, for the individuals that just want to take a chance, pay a little money, see if this is something they want to get into. I still believe we have to have a pathway without these people going straight into the Shark Tank, so to speak. But
Unfortunately, Vernon, in competition, if we're gonna be 100% honest with ourselves, in competition, there's no either you want to do this or you don't. You know what I mean? Like you have to have a love for the actual audio. And what's God damn it, Ted, not Ted, but Jonathan says it all the time. If you build a slingshot, you're a fool, because you never know, if what you're building is enough. You never know what the judges are looking for. I have a conversation with Cozy, regularly about how judges are judging. Like when we did the whole trying to figure out the rules and the boxes and the sizes, the most important thing after you do all of that is to make sure the judges are judging correctly. Do the judges know what mid-range is? Do the judges know what mid-bass is? Do the judges know what sub-bass is?
I agree with you on that, and I was going to call you about that issue next after talking with our sound people and what we can do to not only improve the judges at our events, but something that we can do to try to help the rest of these events too. Because I understand next year more people are going to be using our rules, the builders rules, along with the modifier, and we need to get we have judges that don't even know how to count the speakers in their judging.
That's what can you do about that? I mean, listen, at the end of the day, like I've been on for about 30 minutes or so, and I listen, and Snow's name, who's on here, his name got brought up, but Snow's building in his backyard, and he's still standing on top of his slingshot with 50 fucking trophies, Vernon.
Yeah, snow is not the norm. We can't build for the anomaly. We have to build this event for the norm. And like I said earlier,
If you're building a slingshot to compete, if you go to your builder, no matter who that builder is, whether you come to Connected, you go to Cozy Customs, you go to Light 'em Up, if you go down to UAS, if you go what's my man in Memphis? Moet. If you go to Moet, if you go to all these people and you show up and you say, I want a competition bike, and you're getting ready to sit beside the Snows. You know that you get ready to sit beside the Beasts. You know that you get ready to sit beside the Maniacs. You know that you get ready to sit beside the Lemon Drops. You have to know that. If you don't have that as a thought process in your head, then you're studying, you're pissing in the wind. You're gonna get wet.
So what would you say to, if because of the level of competition now is reached a height to where the average person can't do it. So this is going to go away.
It won't go. It won't go away. I can promise you, it won't go away, because a few years ago, in what was it, 2018, 2019? It's 2025. They've been having the same arguments since 2019, right now. I won
No,
every show in 2018 or 2019. I don't remember exactly what year. I won every show. I went to every show because I didn't want anybody else to be able to say they won that year. I did that, right? I didn't want anybody else to be able to say that they won.
Okay,
That's what competition is.
real quick. I got Snow and Beast on here. What's up, guys?
What's up, Snow? What's up, Beast? What's up, Smitty?
What's up, Snow and Smith?
Snow, you're on here first. What's on your mind?
Well, when the show started, this bottle was full, so you know, I said, why not?
You dig?
Yeah, we were, you guys were talking about, Smitty was talking about like what the judges are looking for, and the problem a lot this year seems to be judges, and I've been to a lot of shows this year, man, and I have heard all kind of feedback that you won't even believe what I've been told by judges. It's crazy. That has nothing to do with the sound.
Right.
So it's I think like they need to fix more of the judges situation first before anything in the show.
Let me tell you what you do. What you have to understand, Vernon, is a lot of people do not want to be judged. They want to be validated. They want to be validated in the money that they spent. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be told that their bike doesn't sound as good as the next bike. They want to be told that the bike sounds good, and the butt doesn't matter. But the butt has to matter, or it's not a competition. It's a free for all. It's a gimme.
Okay. Beast, what's on your mind?
Well, what's up, fellas? I just feel like it's a few things, and one thing being, yes, the judges. I think the Slingshot World has a different situation when it comes down to judging, because most of the judges are affiliated with someone, or they're not qualified enough, quote unquote, to be a judge. But the bagger world, people pay to go to these baggers, so they're able to pay for their judges. Most of the time, they're paying for their judges to come out. The Slingshot World is not doing that. Some people complain about paying to go to get in the show, or paying this much to be in a sound competition, but these shows need the money to pay, or should have the money to pay for qualified judges. I think there've been some inconsistencies at some shows. Even when I won, I still saw inconsistencies. But when I lost, not one person heard me complain. I took my loss. And if it was my bike, I think it was me. But if it was my bike, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my bike back to my builder and say, hey, let's look at this. Let's check this out. Let's see if we can swap this around so that I could be more competitive. I really don't care who I play. I can play a heavyweight bike and lose, and I'm okay with it, because I fought. I got in that ring and I fought. You got the modified class, which I think is, I think it's a good idea. However, to me, I'm modified in your platform. It doesn't matter who I play. I'm okay with it. And as far as the builders, it's a sticky situation with builders playing. And again, how do you define a builder? That's something, and we're not gonna go into that because y'all already discussed that. But that's pretty much my thing. And yes, smaller bikes are coming up, and they are able to beat bigger bikes because they know their bike, they know how to play their bike, they know how to pick the right song to play against a bigger bike and can win. Flossie did it this. I think Flossie did it this weekend. Sunshine does it often. Maniac did it last year a few times, and her bike, their bike sounded better than the class up with in their round. So that's what happens.
I can honestly tell you one thing, Beast. If you lost with that bike, it was your fault. It definitely wasn't the bike.
Okay, I'll take that. I appreciate that.
Amazing bike, man. And once you get used to playing it, for a platform that travels, and Smitty and I, we've had discussions. I don't always agree, and he don't always agree, but we respect each other enough. there is a point in this where this has to stay recreational for some people. And I
Yeah.
think that's what y'all are missing. We travel to places that don't have builders like y'all have access to. They just want to come make it recreational. I can't have one of you coming. For instance, we did an event in French Lick one year, and the featherweight bike beat everybody all the way up to heavyweight. The next year, none of them came back to the show. Not
Can I
one
ask
single
you a
one
question? Can I ask you a question, Vernon?
came. Uh-huh.
If you bring a featherweight to French Lick, and a featherweight bike takes out every class above it, up to heavyweight, why did that not inspire those builders to build better? Why did that not inspire those customers to find a better builder if they couldn't?
Because they're not there they're there recreational. We had an
Well, they don't
event
need to
in
be in the ring.
no, listen to
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Listen, wait, y'all listen. I understand. I'll let y'all talk. Let me listen to me.
Yes, sir.
yeah, absolutely.
We travel. There are some people that want to attend these events and some builders who just want to come and play their bikes for their people. They got people they built bikes for and they want to come have some fun, just play. Y'all are pros. You understand? You show up to Phoenix. Like I just asked y'all, if you go to LA, other than Flossie, it's the competition won't be as stiff as you want somewhere else. But that doesn't mean the people there don't want to play and have a good time recreationally. You're taking the ability for them to come to a show in their own backyard and have fun just playing to have fun. It's not fun watching one bike come from across the country and beat everybody, take all the prizes. We have to understand that everybody is not as heavily into this as you, but they still want to participate. Everybody is not a pro football player, but every week on Saturday is people playing in the park. Everybody is not an
So
on
maybe,
NBA
Sunday,
player. Everybody's not an
Sunday,
NBA player.
on Sunday when on Saturday when Three Wood Showdown shows up.
That's when you come.
Why even if it's a small show, let's say French League. What's the biggest show you did this year, Vernon? That had hitters there. Just pick
Probably
a show.
let's say Jersey.
So you go to Jersey and Light 'Em Up shows up and they bring all the hitters. On Saturday in French Lick, I want to come and try some new songs. I want to come. I want to come in and practice for your show that's coming up soon. That's gonna go to Jersey. You're gonna tell me don't show up because these guys need an opportunity. That's not what these shows are for. Your shows are. You've got local shows. You've got shows on that are hangouts that are bike night. You go to bike night for that. Vernon, you go to bike night for that.
Yeah, but Smitty, what you not getting?
Don't tell me you got $500 to give away if 5 bikes show up in my class and think that I'm not gonna show up to get my $500 in my belt. And especially not when you got TJ, and his crew taking score. No. I'm not giving you anything.
see, you just right, and I agree with what you're saying, which is why I said we can still do that and separate.
Vernon, I'm not coming to get. I'm not coming to get that 500. If I can show up, I'm coming to get the 500.
Right, but I'm saying if I give 500 and modified, you still get the 500. But the people that came to play recreationally with the modified with the builders boxes, they still can be in another class and have a good time too.
Thank you for showing up. I appreciate giving me giving me the opportunity to play somebody new.
I'm gonna cut you off.
That's a competition. Vernon, you said it yourself when you guys were fighting. You didn't go to shows. You didn't go to shows that didn't have competition. You went to shows to see what was there.
Yeah, but let me tell you what the end result of that was.
Who cares what the end result is? It don't matter.
No, kids stopped coming. And my son became bad.
If you spent $50,000 to build a competitive slingshot and you choose not to come because I showed up, then you didn't want to compete. You didn't want to be judged. You wanted to validate that your $50,000 that you spent was well worth it. You You can't just stand on the podium with a trophy in your hand and be like, I didn't have to burn it in there.
I can agree with you competition wise, but I think the point y'all are missing here that everybody's not there for the knockout dead $50,000 competition. There's people around the corner who did their own bike. There's shops that don't build as good as everybody else, but they still want to come and have a good time. We have to have a way for these people to come and have a good time. Because like I said, if you blow the doors off of them one year from a show standpoint, what good is it for me the next year when none of them show up?
Why not call them amateur? Why not call them amateur class?
Well, we're going to call the modified class like the pro bike.
Let's use your verbiage. The builders don't really know how to pick up the goddamn phone. Jack answers the phone. Vernon, I answer goddamn questions, and you ain't seen me in a slingshot playing a slingshot. And if you call me and you ask, how do I make this better? I'm gonna tell you.
But see, let me explain. When you go to some of these places, whether y'all realize it or not, they don't know who Smitty is. They don't know who Jack is.
Of course they do. I promise you they do. I promise you they do.
We've gone to places, they don't even know what category the bike fell in that they built. They just want to come play. We've gone to some places that are out of the way, but they don't know y'all.
Ain't that said about Friday? That for the rookies on Friday night. Saturday is not that time to find out. But I mean, I understand. I don't think I'm gonna tell you, this ain't gonna stop because people can't compete. People feel like they can't compete.
I agree with you, but from a show standpoint, I have to have a way for people to come into this.
You gotta figure out.
So we're gonna work on figuring out how to do that. Right now, the modified class will truly separate them from the big bikes. After doing all the shows that
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Let me ask you a question. So since you started modified, has your attendance picked up with the bikes that hasn't been playing because they're afraid to play modified?
The first time that we announced modified, we went to Slidell. We had bikes come there that never come to our event the whole year.
Okay.
And we were testing.
You got to see if it's benefiting what you have going on.
Right. The feedback that we're getting now is everybody's appreciating the fact that we are going to try to separate the bikes. There's individuals that are on here, man, they can't go back to the lab and re-spend money every 6-7 months, but they still want to enjoy playing. They still want to get out and get in front of the crowd and play their bike. We got to come up with a way for individuals who just want to come recreationally, press play, and have a good time. And like what Smitty was saying, there are some areas that we go to, that is the only show they get that year.
You can't have a recreational class.
So we're gonna
what about the people that are spending money and they do want to do that?
The people that are spending money to the degree in which they're spending, they'll be modified. But right now we have to have something that's regulated so everybody that comes in is on the same page. And it's not about who's gonna spend the most money.
But you can't punish the people that are spending the money.
Sean is saying you can't
punish the people that are spending the money. Let them play each other or whatever,
and that's what we're going to
create a recreational class for the people who just want to
so we
do a little bit.
Right, so that's how we're going to do it. We're going to keep modified for the guys with the big bikes and everybody that's got the regulated boxes. We'll do that because y'all are looking at the events from the standpoint of the shows you go to, which are packed with competition, but you're not looking from the standpoint that we go to some shows and it's just local people there. There's a lot of people out here that don't know about these shows, don't go to these shows. They go to the one show that's in their area. That's the only show they get that year. We have to make sure that those builders and those competitors can come and have a good time also. What you got to say, Snow? You look like you're about to bust.
About to bust. No, like eventually, like I said, it seems like all the top bikes right now, I said, besides myself, all the top bikes might not fall and modify in your show automatically. So even if everybody goes to your show, everybody that's not in modified will still have a fun time to play, a fair chance to play. Right. So yeah, that's pretty much where.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to achieve. I want the OGs and the programs.
Especially like if people want to have fun, like people don't want to spend a lot of money. That's why you got your featherweight and lightweight with stock tubs,
right.
Don't stretch, where you can easily spend less than $10,000 and have fun.
Right. Versus trying to do middleweight, and right now I think
because once you go to welter and up, you're up 30, 40, 50.
Man, you You talking about house note? You talking about buying a house and some shit now?
Yeah.
And it's okay to raise the
Yeah, I
bar.
definitely bought a house.
It's okay to raise. It's
I
okay
seen
to
that house.
raise. It's okay to raise the bar for people who want to keep doing that. But what about the people who still want to play but don't want to raise the bar? They just want to come play. They just want to be seen.
You should probably do like one of those Friday night amateurs
Well,
to people that never played before.
Yeah, we're gonna do amateur also, and we're gonna do pro, and then we're gonna do modified. Hopefully, we can work out something. The main problem with a lot of this is the judging. If somebody could come up with some solutions so we can help some of the other platforms and our platform, everybody needs to get on the same page with the judges. 60 some events, that's a lot of judges across the country that need training. That's a lot of people that got to get on the same page.
Yeah,
I can't even hear myself.
What you say, Beast? Let's see, TJ. So, hey, you got anything else for me, Beast or Snow?
I can't hear nothing with Beast loud. So.
Oh, with Beast bringing this. Hey, he's even loud on the damn thing. He's loud at the show. Now he's loud on the Zoom call. Once again, man, if you got a chance to go to LA this weekend, whether it's by plane, train, or automobile, I'm showing my age on that.
I might fly, but as of now, we're not going. So I might fly over there.
Yeah, I'm flying, and we're flying. We're gonna go see it. Go to the beach, see LA. Like I Flossie, don't forget you owe me dinner. I done said it twice. You owe me dinner. I want to thank everybody. Ryan's on here. So many people, man. It was hard for me. Jennifer, Lucas. There's so many people on here because this is a hot
quiet.
topic. One thing about the show.
Okay, what about this?
What did TJ say? What we got?
But we do get punished because I may drive 2 or 3 wheel and there are 11 bikes, but I'm the only modified. So I drove a long way to watch slings that don't want to play against me.
I'll play against.
The way we did our modified class is that the winner of the pro class goes up to modified for free anyway. So there's always going to be at least one bike for you to play. So you always have somebody. We haven't
you never gonna find.
If anything, it'll be the other way around. We would probably have more modified than regular bikes.
Yeah,
Right now, we have to market to get the regular bikes to come back to the shows because the modified bikes is really done beat them out of there. So we really need the regular bikes to start coming. There's a ton of modified bikes
now. No, they're the top bikes right now. All the bikes, like I said, they're all modified.
You hear TJ bike like you weren't there last boy. TJ bike.
I told him Friday night. I heard his bike Friday night. And I said, "Bro, you got this tomorrow." And look, I told him,
because you said
you think about in the past 8, 9
so
months.
He wants to give away that Can't Get Right trophy now. He said he don't want it no more.
You gotta look at in the past 8, 9 months. You're looking at Cozy's customer that came out, Lucas, Beast. All these bikes are coming out. They're modified bikes. There are a lot of bikes coming out. Y'all are proven competitors. You're in it to win it. You want to keep doing this. You want to stay in it at the highest level. And we have a class now where you can do that. But we still got to have something for the little guy, so to speak, to come recreational, have a good time. Not necessarily go into amateur because they're not amateurs. They've been playing and playing and playing. But they still got to go and feel competitive. And when you win, you go in there with the modified bikes.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
Let's like a perfect example besides myself is like, Bumblebee hasn't had a great year because he doesn't stand a chance with these monsters anymore, man.
If you think y'all didn't have a chance, if he didn't have a chance this year, what you think will happen next year?
Oh man, he's gonna have to do something else because it's
not only your ass gonna have to do something too. You Hunley's Angela, man, she has one of the best looking, one of my favorite bikes at middleweight. She would have to do something too.
Yeah,
I just saw Pandemic. He's gonna have to do something too. It's getting to that point.
But it's like not everybody. I don't think everybody wants to like go to that level, man. Some people just want to stay where we're at. You got a class for it, just stay there.
And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, like I was trying to explain to Smitty, everybody's not ready to go back to the lab because once again, it's easy to go to the lab when your labor is free. The parts don't kill you. The labor, because every time something goes out and you got to take it back, it costs you.
Yeah, it's time.
At some
The
point,
shots.
you're gonna get tired of paying. You know, so we want to make a happy medium for everybody. I appreciate Jarrell coming on, speaking his truth. I appreciate Cynthia coming on, even though Cynthia, that's a shot bike. Everybody that's coming on, man, get to state their opinion. I love all of y'all. The only reason why we on here doing this because we're trying to make the shows better. We're definitely trying to make the 3-Wheel Showdown better. We want to make it so everybody can come to one event.
You know, there's a sorry to cut you off, Roberto. So like I said, I think personally, like the problems is, like I said, judges and, you know, people saying that people cheating, but none of these shows are doing inspections. They just going right to the show. You know, a lot of shows have gone this year like that. So it's like, who do we blame?
I'm gonna say this: if a show is not to your liking, judge-wise or whatever, but you keep going to those shows, what would motivate the person to change anything?
Yeah.
We have individual. For one, lucky for us, we were one of the most scrutinized, criticized shows when it came out. But people not knowing why you were attacking us and telling us is we're reading what you're saying, we need to change, and we changed it. But if you don't tell some of these people the truth, every show this year was not great. Every show was not good.
I'm already like at 21 shows this year. All of them has been new except Memphis and Sling Experience. And your show. Every other show has been new to me. So like I know what to pick and choose if I do compete next year.
Right.
Unless things change.
Right. And I'm not saying stop going to the show, at least get a host a chance. Talk to
look, I'll still go. I'm all about showing love. I just won't be in the ring. I'll be there. You get me?
But talk to Jimmy, talk to Rod, talk to the people doing these shows and say, hey man, you should work on this. You should try this. And then you go back and that was ignored if they don't give you a viable reason why they can't, because some things they can't do. Then you know, hey, this is not a show for me. It still might be for others. All shows are great, but every show doesn't merit you traveling 600, 700, 800 miles. And we're trying to put together shows that you travel for. That if you're in Texas, then you want to travel to Virginia. You want to travel to Jersey. For people doing once a year shows, they might end up being local shows. And if you're passing through or you're close by, you go. But if not, then you just wait till you go to the big event shows.
Yes, yeah. And I know it's not easy to do a show, man. You know, I'm not trying to take anything from any of these platforms. I know it's hard. It takes time and money, time to prep, months. But, you know, just if it's your first year to this year, then just next year try to do better. That's all I'm saying.
And there's people like, the first year I went to Lucas' show, we show up, Lucas is covered in grass, man. He's out there cutting the grass himself. And I just looked at him and was like, hey, man, I feel you. The next year it rains and they tents blow over. And they're out there trying to put the tents back together to continue on with the show. Those are the things that people don't realize or see. You go through all of that, and then somebody gets to the registration table and want to fuss over $25 to get in. You know, it's insulting.
Yeah.
Appreciate the people that are doing the shows before they stop doing the shows and you have no shows. Everybody's not going to get it right. Every show's not going to be perfect.
There's no such thing as a perfect show, pretty much.
Man, shit, you're right.
But there's always room for improvement. That's what I'm saying.
We were talking about it today with Elvin. He was saying every year we try to make each show better. And I say, man, we try to make each show better than the last one. That's all you can do. The problem is a lot of individuals have only once a year to try to get it. But hey, Ted is poking at me. We're going way over time. I don't do 2-hour shows. What you got?
We have a lot of comments. We want you to know we see them. If you want, we can continue some next week. Because I know Jen had some stuff to say. She put a lot of
yeah, we can continue. Well, next week we're gonna be in LA, so we'll see if we can get a signal and do something in LA. I appreciate everybody coming on. There's still hundreds of people watching. To everybody,
you know, and the last thing, I'm sorry to cut you off. Like Cynthia was saying, nobody wants to sit during the whole competition and for hours. Like maybe in between class, they could do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like Jarrell does his little games, which is real fun. People start doing stuff like that, and you know, it makes the competition more interesting where people get more involved.
Okay.
Because I'm sure, like Cynthia said, not everybody wants to sit there for hours. It gets a little crazy. By the time I start middleweight, I'm like, Jesus.
Hell, I don't want to sit there. I started running our best wheels, best of show in between, and
Before
make
I
that
start drinking.
You know, just drink in between. I want to thank everybody for coming on, man. This is a hot topic, a hard topic. There's no one solution, there's no easy solution, but conversating about it is definitely a start.
Like you said, it's all opinions, man. This is just.
But hey, even in the ring when you have judges, it's based on their opinion. You know, you got to understand it's based on opinion.
Yeah.
I saw people attack an event because they said the judges was kids. Did you remember that?
Yeah.
So I got all of y'all on here. I'm gonna say this: y'all do realize that those kids picked the exact same winners from the show the week before. So hey, how wrong could they have been? They picked the same damn people that the other judges picked. So don't be so easy to attack a show, man. Everybody out there, I appreciate y'all being on. Remember, hey, we got new products coming. I guess my sales stuff went an extra hour, so I hope y'all heard me get it because I'm gonna take the sale off Snow. I appreciate you coming on, man. And you
Hey, we gonna do a live in Vegas.
Of course, dude, we bringing Ted. We're gonna document the whole entire show except the nighttime activities.
Yeah, we can't do that.
That letter you signed means for the nighttime stuff.
Oh, that's what that was.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
We sent Ted to bed about 8. Then after that, buddy. Hey man, you take care, man. I'll see y'all next
Thank you, guys,
week.
man. Y'all have a good night, guys. All right.
All right.